JuJU Smith-Schuster to the Eagles? I definitely can see that. Dallas still stinks. Yo, by the way, King Dingbat here, and I hope everybody's having a great day. Hope you guys are doing well. Hope you're hanging in there. So, before we start this video, I gotta once again say, if you haven't, make sure you hit that like, subscribe, and double check if you've been subscribed for a while to make sure you're still subscribed. I had 3 people today tell me that when they checked, they saw they were unsubscribed, and they don't know why that happened because it wasn't them. So, double check, triple check, quadruple double moonwalk check. You know what I'm saying? Now, this is going to be a very, very interesting week for the Eagles, for the NFL, because next week, everything ramps up. Next week, free agency starts. I think the tampering starts, legal tampering starts, I believe, on Sunday. And I expect the Eagles to be very, very aggressive. They got some money. I think you're going to see some trades. I think you're going to see more cap space created. And, oh, by the way, the NFL just increased the cap up to like $208 million, I believe. That means $25.7 million more per team in cap space, okay? $25.7 more million. I don't know how much the Eagles will have when you account that in total cap space right now, but I think the Eagles are going to be sitting pretty. I think they're going to have enough for one giant splash in free agency, a middle-of-the-road type signing, maybe 2 middle-of-the-road type signings. But expect the Eagles to be very, very, very aggressive in free agency and, of course, in the draft. And I'm going to talk about both things today, okay? As you guys know, we need a wide receiver. We need another wide receiver. And there was, a lot of talk about Calvin Ridley. And I was okay. I was for Calvin Ridley as long as his mental stuff was all taken care of. That's what concerned me most about him. But now that he's off the board, the question is, who are the Eagles going to target? Allen Robinson's a free agent. I think the Eagles are definitely going to be interested in him. And I think he would be a very good, solid outside wide receiver for the Eagles. He's big. He's tall. He has decent speed. He would be a really good player to have opposite of Devontae Smith. So I think Allen Robinson would be a great idea if you get him. DJ Chark, he's young, 6'4", runs a 4.3. If his foot is healed, he's another guy the Eagles definitely can pursue. Mike Williams is a name that comes up a lot. Mike Williams. From what I'm hearing, it sounds like the Chargers may tag him. So we got to wait and see if he survives the tag, because there's a good chance that he's not going to, okay? So I'm expecting him to be gone. And one name that has been coming up the last, 24 hours or so, thanks to Jeff Mosher and Adam Kaplan, who were talking about him. And I think they're legit in what they're saying. I think they could be right. JuJU Smith-Schuster looks like he's going to be a free agent, and it would not surprise me if the Eagles go out and get him. He's 25 years old. I think he'll be 26 next November. So he's young. He's had some really big years. Had an injury last year. But, I mean, the kid is talented, and if you use him and you get him and you put him in a slot, I think that's where he would be most effective. And the way I see this, right, the Eagles have tried to get him a year ago. You remember when there was possibility that he was going to go somewhere, and the Eagles apparently made an offer. They tried to get him. It didn't work out, but they were definitely interested, so it would not surprise me. Now, the fact that we're hearing JuJU Smith-Schuster's name, and I look at him as a guy that would be a slot wide receiver in this offense, tells me maybe that the Eagles are kind of thinking what I'm thinking. Upgrade that slot wide receiver position. That's where you want to upgrade. Now, if it's me and I have a choice, and I said it, I'm the hardest person to keep a secret. I'm the hardest person in the world. Because if you say, hey, Philly, don't react to the name Nelson Aguilar. It's impossible. It's impossible. If I have something that I think or I feel, I say it. I say it over. I say it over again. Right, D-Block? Shout out to D-Blocks. You know what I'm talking about. Ojabo. He wants a drinking game. Shout out to you. We're going to get one. And you're going to be drinking in a little bit because every time I say Ojabo this offseason, leading to the draft, if you're drinking, take a shot. Chug. You know what I'm saying? Because it's going to be a lot. But anyways, I have a hard time telling people or keeping what I really think. I just put it out there, man. If I think something, I put it out there. Sometimes I put it out there and I don't think about it. I just put it out there. And I have said this 1,000 times. Christian Kirk is the guy. He's the guy you want to go after. Now, if they're looking at JuJU Smith-Schuster, then I think Christian Kirk is a lot higher of a possibility than maybe people thought. Because to me, they're going to try to upgrade. You want JuJU, I want him in the slot. I want to upgrade that slot position. And that's what I think the Eagles are going to do. They're going to upgrade the slot wide receiver position first and foremost. They may dress the outside in the draft, but that's what I think they do. Now, JuJU, the question is, how much is he going to cost you? Because he's had some big seasons before and things like that. If it was me, I would go after Christian Kirk. One of the reasons I like Christian Kirk is because I think you can get him at a value. He's 25 years old himself. He had 982 yards last year. He didn't go over 1,000 yards. JuJU Smith-Schuster had years where he was well over 1,000 yards. So if you can get Christian Kirk, I think you could get him at a value, and I like him. I would like him more. But if I have no issue with JuJU, except for posting stuff on Instagram or wherever the hell he posts it, just don't do that stupid stuff. But if that's the route they want to go, I'm okay. Really, I mean, there's a lot of receivers: DJ Chark, Allen Robinson, Mike Williams. If you don't get tagged, all these guys, I'm not going to be upset about at all. All of them. You know what I mean? The only guy I don't want is Amari Cooper. Don't give me Dallas Cowboys trash. You know what I mean? Seriously. I don't want it. He never comes up in a big game anyways. He never comes up in a big game. He always comes up small in big games. And Cowboy fans know this. I don't want Amari Cooper. You know what I mean? And if I could trade for one wide receiver, if the Seattle Seahawks said, hey, everybody, hey, Philadelphia Eagles, hi, Roseman. How's Denzel Washington doing on YouTube? I'm doing good, by the way. Thank you. But, if Seattle said, we'll trade DK Metcalf for the 19th pick overall, it's done. It's done right now, right this second. It's done. He's the only guy I would trade for as a wide receiver. Otherwise, I think one of those free agent guys are going to be good. The question is, are they going to look to upgrade that outside position, put Quez Watkins in the slot? Or are they going to look to upgrade the slot and maybe put Watkins out on the outside? That's what I would do. And if they're interested in JuJU Smith-Schuster, I think it's to put him in the slot. But hey, I've been wrong 1,000 times, you know what I'm saying? So I could be wrong again. The other thing I want to say really quick is I get a lot of feedback when I say trade up. When I say the Eagles should trade up in this draft. People are like, but there's no reason to trade up. Why do you want to trade up? Don't trade up. You don't need to trade up. Just sit back and grab one of these great players that'll fall to us. And that's the problem I have. That's the problem I have. I can't get over the idea. And maybe this is not just football or video. This is life. Like, I don't like not being in control. Okay? Like, I do not like having people dictate to me what I'm going to do. I hate it. And the draft is no different. If the Eagles are on the board, and right, they're drafted 15, right? So they're at 15, and they're just waiting for these guys to come off the board, and you're losing guys here and there and here and there. And then you just say, oh, well, we'll just settle for this guy. I think it's the biggest mistake in the world. I truly think it's the biggest mistake in the world. If they did that last year, you wouldn't have had Parsons, or you would have lost Parsons and Devontae Smith. They would have had no choice but to trade back. It was the aggressiveness that allowed the Eagles to get Devontae Smith. You have to be aggressive. This, by the way, is Howie Roseman's strong point. This is what he's good at. Going up and making moves and being aggressive. That's when he's at his best. When he's not at his best is when he's calculating the calculations of the cornbread and looking at guys and going, wow, look at this guy, DK Metcalf. Here's an example. Look at DK Metcalf. Look at this guy, okay? He eats lightning and craps thunder, right? That's DK Metcalf. And then look at this other guy, JJ Arcega-Whiteside. Look at him run the 40. Look how slow. Gosh, look at his deformed hands. He's got 2 left hands. He's got 2 left feet for hands. He can't catch. Let's choose let's choose JJ Arcega-Whiteside over DK Metcalf. That's what we should do. Because obviously, that's what he evaluated when he looked at the tape. No, he didn't. He looked at analytic numbers. That's exactly what he did. So I don't trust him in evaluation. The more picks that go by, the less chance he has to hit. That's just the truth. It is Howie vision. And you're all living in it. Okay? I want the Eagles to be aggressive. When Howie is aggressive, when the front office is like, all right, look, here's our board. We know we like this guy. We know what this guy is. We want this guy. Let's go up and get him. That's when they hit. That's when they do a good job. That's what I want. I don't want him sitting back waiting. All right? And besides, just think about the defensive linemen that are going to go in the first, 10, 11 picks? All right? Let's think about it. You're going to have Aiden Hutchinson. You're going to have Thibodeau. Travon Walker is going to go in the possibly top 10, top 11 picks. He shot up after the combine. He's going to go. All right? David Ojabo, in my opinion, goes top 11. All right? That's 4 defensive ends, edge rushers, right? Now, I think Jordan Davis also goes in that top 10 range. So that's 5 defensive linemen that are going to go, in my opinion, in the top 12 pick. Top 12 picks, let's say. We'll say 12. I believe 5 defensive linemen will go in the top 12 picks. All right? So if you have Jermaine Johnson, who was running around as a linebacker in the combine, if you have him very similar to Ojabo and in ranking, okay, fine. Maybe you sit back and wait. But if you have him like me where there's a difference, you don't sit back and wait. And I forgot Carlifidis, whatever his name is. He could be a top 12 pick too, although I have to go watch tape. I'm not going to make any judgments on him. I got to go watch him. But my point is, in all seriousness, I know I'm having a little rant, but in all seriousness, I don't like the idea of waiting for teams to dictate who you get. I don't like it. I think the Eagles got 3 first-round picks. They got picks. They got money. They got players to trade. They got assets. Be aggressive. Like, when I say trade up, you could trade, let's say, the 15th pick and a 3rd rounder next year, move up to 10 or 11 and nail David Ojabo and still have the 16th and 19th pick. You could do something like that. There's plenty of maneuver. I'm not saying give the house up or give multiple first-round picks. You don't have to do it. I don't think you have to do it. But you might have to jump up a few spots. And people need to start recognizing that. I don't believe Ojabo's there at 15. I don't believe Walker's there at 15. I don't believe Jordan Davis is there at 15. I know Thibodeau is not. I know Hutchinson isn't. And then Carlifidis is probably not either. So to me, I don't want the 6th best pass rusher in the draft. I want the guy with the highest upside. And get ready to take a shot. D-Block, child, you. Get ready to take a shot. David Ojabo has the highest ceiling in this draft. He's raw. He's got to put on weight. He's got to get better at certain things. But if he develops, if he's teachable and he learns, and from all accounts, if you look at his backstory, go look at his backstory. I'll try to put the link, if I can find it, I'll put the link in the description. But look at his backstory. He's a kid. He's a smart kid. He's a good character kid. He's exactly what the Eagles are looking for. So I want him. But at the end of the day, you're going to see a bunch of defensive ends and defensive linemen go in the top 12. 5 maybe more. I really believe that. So do you want Do you want the sixth best defensive lineman, or do you want the guy who in 2-3 years could be an absolute star? I say, let's go for broke. Let's get the star. That's what I want. And it's not a slot. I love Jermaine Johnson. I think he's a good player, and if he's there, I'll take him. I would consider, if for some reason Ojabo did fall to 15 and they both were on the board, I'd take them both. I have no problem with that. But I think these defensive linemen are going quick, man. I think they're going to go earlier than a lot of people are projecting. I hope I'm wrong. My hope with Ojabo is that because he's raw and because he hasn't played a lot, that he will fall. That would be great. Totally great. However, the upside's just too great. I mean, multiple scouts, multiple people are saying now, multiple teams are saying in 2-3 years, he may be a superstar. Okay? So we'll find out. Anyways, that's kind of my rant for today. Remember, I mean, at the end of the day, it is Howie Vision, and we're all just living in it. With that said, take care. Talk to you later, of course. Don't be a dingbat. $134. $134 to fill up my tank. $134. What the hell? Last week it was $114. Week before that was $100, and about a year and a half ago it was $68. We got a problem. We got a problem. Hey, Houston, don't they got oil up in the moon? We got a problem. Denzel Washington out.